saying Fortnite. Do I care about the thumbnail, to be honest with you? Can you stop recording? I just want to stream, to be honest with you. Why? Don't know why. What? I just want to. Nope, can't do that. Okay. Let's stop right now. Alright, Josiah.
Yeah.
It's kind of stupid. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Well.
It says start. It says stop streaming, but what exactly am I streaming?
I'm landing.
What? When did it stream this?
I'm at the airport.
Oh, Epic Rock, I see. Just tell me if you see a stream on my channel.
Oh, okay.
Yo, who is this?
Yeah, you're live.
Click on it, see what happens.
Oh yeah, you're live. Yeah, you're live.
Alright, what do you see exactly?
You're on new tab and you go on to Roblox.
Oh yeah, I'm live. Let's go.
Yeah, dude. Hello, Logan5. Ew, that's your brother's account. Why does he have a Jigglypuff shirt? Ew.
Eee.
But that's a dusty Roblox character. I mean, my Roblox character is better. I'm at least Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man is way better.
Yeah, my Roblox avatar is Supreme. Even if I stole my Roblox avatar from a YouTuber. But Rogan, or whatever your name is, that's a doo-doo Roblox avatar.
I don't.
But what did he say? But is he speaking Omar? But speak English, Rogan. Speak English. But all I hear is pickle chink. But I cannot understand him. Stop speaking Omar.
An unknown error occurred. Why?
Rogan, do you speak African tribe? Because I can't understand you. Why a Jigglypuff shirt? That's so doo-doo, bro. That's a
Wait,
dusty.
is that all you see? Just Jigglypuff?
No, you're logging into Bloxmaster.
Oh, I think this game is delayed.
Oh.
Try seeing if you can go forward.
No, it says live. I can't go forward.
That's cool, fun. Apparently someone replied, stop being a
That's probably not even like a real Roblox thing. He just has like black arms and a black torso with a Jigglypuff t-shirt.
The stream is so delayed, I swear.
Search Kingdom, stop being mean.
What did I do? Legit.
Maybe you commented on that abusive ex-boyfriend.
Why are people getting so triggered over that? I hope they know I made it as a joke.
Yeah, people do r/whoosh.
Yeah.
Sean, I'm gonna get back to the live stream. I'm just uploading a video real quick.
New password. Okay. This is going to be my new password.
Oh, what the heck?
Yes, I'm totally not gonna use my old password. Yeah. If I use my old password, what's the point of telling me to recreate a new one? Honestly, sometimes Roblox is not a thing.
Cause they're doo-doo like Rogan at Fortnite.
Oh, stop being mean. Oh.
Okay, I'll stop being mean. It was a joke. I'm sorry.
No, I was still reading this comment. Stop being mean.
Oh.
Let's let me see if I can push some more kids in the chat. Oh, come on, enough error?
Alright, who's back for the chaos? I'm back for the chaos! I said, who's back for the chaos? I'm back for the chaos! In case you missed the first part of this 3-part video series about my abusive ex-boyfriend, here's what you need to know. When I was 13, I was coerced into an abusive relationship by a grown man who threatened to harm himself or me if I didn't send him at least 30 snapshots of my underage body every day, no matter what. Whew. That was a mouthful. Anyway, I left off in the last video explaining that this was only the beginning, because Harris pressured, manipulated, and threatened me into leaving all of my family in North Carolina and going to a college that he chose for me 30 minutes from his house in California. Hashtag relationship goals, am I right? Nope. Nope, I'm not. Now, before we get into the thick of it, I really want to stress this. Don't blame my parents for what happened to me. Stranger danger? Got it. No squares? Don't touch them. They taught me to stand up to people like Harris. They even tried breaking us up at one point because they were suspicious that this very thing was happening. And that's a whole nother story I'll have to get into later. Just please understand, they did everything they could to protect me. But mom and dad can't always stop bad people from doing bad things. So if you're looking for someone to blame here, maybe blame the guy who abused me? I don't know. It was a long shot. I just thought I'd throw it out there. If you remember from last time, Harris told me to never tell my parents about our friendship. But as our relationship grew worse and worse, my gut was like, girl, this is whack. And y'all, when something doesn't feel right, listen to your gut. So, in an attempt to leave, I came clean to my parents about talking to Harris, but I was too afraid to talk about the abuse. I felt like I deserved it for not listening to them earlier, you know? So when I came clean, I was expecting, I was hoping, praying they'd take my phone away, throw my computer in a dumpster, and burn the Wi-Fi. Since Harris wasn't letting me go, I saw my parents as the only way out. Again, they tried breaking us up in the past, years prior. I didn't care what kind of trouble I would be in now, as long as they got him out of my life. And my parents said, look, you're 17. You'll be 18 in September. You're going off to college soon. You're becoming an adult. If you trust this guy now, so can we. And hearing that, knowing the gross things he was doing to me, and knowing if I spoke out about it that he'd kill himself or me, I felt like I was telling my parents the biggest lie to their face. But I didn't know what else to do, because Harris was saying stuff like this. A little later, I was accepted to a college Harris chose for me. Tuition started at $30,000 a year, but he said, money doesn't matter, love does. How nice! I'm being sarcastic. So in February, my mom and I flew out to California to visit the school and meet Harris and his family for the first time. On the car ride to his house, I was holding the flowers we got for his family. I remember feeling so torn about it all. Is this what love is? He told me that this is love. This is what boyfriends and girlfriends do for each other. This was my first real boyfriend, too. And he was so much older than me. So I guess he knew best. He also treated me horribly, called me fat, and demanded pictures even though I cried every time. Why am I at his house? Why am I here with my mom? Why are we meeting him and his parents? Why am I not saying anything? Why am I not screaming? Why am I not... Alyssa? And the first thought that came to mind when I saw Harris in person for the first time was this. Oh, I can kick your butt. Seriously, the first thought that came to mind when I finally met this guy who's abusive and supposed to be my boyfriend was, oh, I am confident I could kick your butt right here, right now. This kid was thinner than a string bean, but the trucker had a BMI of 2, maybe. And look, I talk a lot of shit for someone who can barely hold a gallon of milk. But when you come into my life and make me feel body conscious, you better be buffing the Mr. Clean with that attitude. Up until now, I was afraid of Harris. But after seeing the weak little chicken leg he really was in person, I felt powerful. I felt confident. I felt reassured that I could handle his abuse, that if he did try to hit me, abuse me, or even kill me, I could defend myself. I felt at ease in our relationship. Seriously, that's how messed up your reasoning gets in these kinds of relationships. And this is called rationalizing. Rationalizing is an attempt to explain or justify one's own or another's behavior or attitude with logical, plausible reasons, even if these reasons aren't true or appropriate. On top of that, I remember thinking too, if I called the police, I don't have any bruises. They won't be able to get him out of my life for good if there's no physical evidence of his abuse. Sticks and stones will break your bones, but words can't hurt you, right? I need to wait till he snaps. Then I'm a victim of abuse. Otherwise, I'm just crazy and overreacting like Harris says I am. Then we went on our first date.
Okay, Sean, I'll join you.
And the plan was to get dinner, see a movie, and for me to be back at the hotel by 12. That didn't happen. When we entered the theater,
I just uploaded a new video to my channel, so you can do like 1v1.
Doing things with him.
You just
I
did?
firmly said no, but while we were watching the movie, he
Yeah.
grabbed me and touched
Minecraft
me,
Let's
and
Play.
I freaked out. I told him not to do that, and again I said, I don't want to do anything in the movie theater. After a little while of just sitting and watching the movie, he said, you know what, this is boring, let's go, and he walked out. And since I was from the
Let's
middle
Play
of nowhere
#1
and didn't know
giveaway.
Uber was a thing, also I've literally never been to California and have no idea where I am,
Your name is
He was
gonna
my
be
only way home.
Romeo.
so I followed him out. By this time, the rest of the mall was closed and everything was dark. There was no one around, just me and him. And as we walked through this deserted mall, he leaned over and said,
On me, get
"I've
off
had
me.
all night for you." I told him I needed to be back at 12, so we should probably get going. What? We finally meet in person, we go on our first date, and we don't even make out? That's not fair. Okay, we can make out in the car then, but after that... we need
Okay,
to take me
Sean,
back.
I'm joining.
And by the way, you don't owe anyone anything. Boy or girl, young or old, especially when they treat you like this. Consent is everything. Consent is permission for something to happen or the agreement to do something. And if you have to convince, manipulate, or beg someone to do something, that's not consent. There's a really good video
Okay,
that
so,
uses
you know, we
teens
gotta
to
go
explain
with the
consent.
old
I'll leave a
grind.
link to that in the description. So we get in his car and we make out for a little bit. And on top of being a predator, an abuser, and an all-around piece of garbage, he was also a horrible kisser. That's the tea, sis. I kept an eye on the time and watched as it ticked past my curfew. We should really go now. Nah, your mom's probably asleep. It'll be fine. Which was true. She wasn't calling me or texting me or asking where I was.
Okay, Sean,
She
you
was
can
doing
start
that.
it.
Okay, well, I'm afraid someone will see us making out and we'll get in trouble, so I should really go back to the hotel. I have an idea. How about we go into a parking garage and do some stuff there? No, I'd really rather just go back to the hotel. I'll bring you back after. You worry too much. No, I don't want my mom to get mad at me. I really would just...
Ah, you got me.
That's how one of my attacks is like 20 damage. That's cool.
Now your nearest location
Yeah, no.
is
Can you
everywhere.
actually get up?
Taco Bell, now delivering.
Oh,
So,
Oh my
drove us
god.
to a parking
it's so
garage.
useless. Can you actually do something like
I don't like that section of the mall anymore.
you know,
By the time
you know,
we dropped
Marth
me
actually
off,
has some
my mom
ranged
was awake.
attacks,
She
right?
told me how worried she was.
This
how
ranged
I should have
attack.
at least texted her.
Ranged.
Should have called her. Should
Ah.
have said something. Done something. Let her know what was going
Air
on.
dodge.
And I agreed. As I took my shoes off, I just felt so weird. I wanted to scream, to cry, to tell my mom what just happened to me with that man right there in the doorway, but I was so shocked. I couldn't say anything.
Nice job.
I was so mad at myself. What happened to thinking I was stronger than him? That I could and would defend myself?
You're not getting rid
Why
of
didn't I
me.
fight back? Why did I freeze up? Why did I just sit there and cry and let it happen to me? No one's gonna believe me now. I didn't put up a fight. I don't have any bruises. And even though I said no a million times, maybe I should have said it louder.
Bull gang?
Maybe it's my fault.
Bull gang. Bull gang.
After that, I flew back to North Carolina, and my mental health only worsened. I became apathetic, depressed, irritable, anxious. I kept having nightmares about that night. I'd wake up crying or screaming.
Go die.
Since February
Go
5th,
die.
I had completely shut down, as if Harris had successfully reprogrammed me to be his little robot. When he texted me,
I'm
I
bootlegging
texted
your
back
health.
immediately. When he wanted me to be awake, I stayed awake.
Bread, scrap
And when
bread.
he
These
demanded
don't-
pictures,
Bro, why you crapping? I'm a mama
I
that's
sent
grand.
them. 6 months later, mid-August, I flew back to
Here, Mama,
California,
grab
this
a
time
bread.
to stay. My whole family went with me
grab
for
it.
orientation week and
Come
move-in.
here.
During this time, Harris demanded to be there every second of the day. But of course, he couldn't, and I couldn't change that.
Nah, but you're not
Finally,
catching me
one
with
day,
that.
I found the courage to put my foot
think
down
you're
and
sick,
say, I need a break. I need you to leave me alone. We can hang out after orientation ends, on Thursday. And as you can
Man,
imagine,
that's crap,
Harris
man.
didn't like me having this much control. He blew up my phone with his usual threats before giving me the silent treatment. Monday night, my school hosted a barbecue at the beach, and I actually had a great time. I met a ton of people who would later become some of my best friends, but when I got back to my dorm, Harris called me. Where are you? I'm at my dorm. Why aren't you answering me? We're on a break till Thursday. Just read what I said. And he hung up.
Why is Link
That's
so
when I realized I had 8 missed calls
powerful?
and 24 unread texts. I was standing in my dorm room, boxes everywhere, looking at my school schedule.
When my
Where
pee-pee
class
hard, when my
wasn't
pee-pee
written,
hard.
Harris was. And that's when I realized I just couldn't do this anymore. But I knew every time I tried to leave in the past, he threatened the worst of the worst. And I stayed with him to avoid that. So me leaving meant it might really happen. But I decided I'd rather die putting up a fight than let him have his way with me any longer. At least then, there'd be evidence. And it happened. I called him, and I told him I was
Okay.
breaking up with him. He screamed at me, threatened to kill himself. He threatened to kill me. I hung up, and he texted me, Die, 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 I hope you
okay.
die. You deserve to die. Then he went silent. I was used to this when I lived thousands of miles away from him, but now that he was 30 minutes north, he knew what college I was at, he knew where I was. I locked the door and called the police. I told the operator what was going on, and she told me to come down to the station
First
to
hit
file a
takes the
report
first
and a
stock.
restraining order, but that didn't happen.
Honestly,
When I showed the officer my ID, he refused to believe a 17-year-old from North Carolina was attending a college up the street and therefore refused to believe anything else I had to say. He refused me a restraining order. He refused to even investigate. He threw my license back at me and said, "Next time, leave the adult things to the adults. Okay, sweetheart? And if you go running back to your little boyfriend, don't call us."
Dude, you're
And
losing.
look, I understand
the
that
same
might be
house as
hard to
me.
believe, but the fact
No,
is,
that's-
this is what happens in these kinds of cases.
Some cops are nice. Some cops are helpful.
Dude,
and some just don't see
Oh
how
my
fatal these
God.
situations can
That's
be.
why
In 2016,
I actually
about
have
a year and a
more
half
health
after
than
the
you.
parking garage
Well, not
incident,
more,
I
but-
learned the statute of limitations for what happened to me
Just
would be
eat
up
yourself.
soon. Statute of limitations refers to a statute prescribing a period of
Yo,
limitation
let
for
me
the
get some
bringing
pizza
of
before I
certain
die,
kinds of legal
please.
action.
Nah.
So basically, if a crime is committed, depending on where you live, you have a certain amount of time to report it. And this is where people like me get a lot of backlash. There are a million reasons why it's so hard to seek justice, let alone even leave an abusive relationship.
Brad, get
I
out,
mean,
Brad.
just
We-
look at what
we-
Harris
we
would
at
do.
least
Some
get
abusers actually go through with those threats. Some stalk you long after it happens, and I'm one of the lucky ones who's still alive to tell this story. And on top of that, some police just don't
Oh
listen
my
to people like
God.
me. They refuse restraining orders. They refuse to even
up.
investigate. They refuse to listen. Why? You're overreacting.
You're on me,
It's
get
not
off
that
me.
Serious. Quit
You're
blowing
on me.
things up out of proportion. Honestly, hearing
You're
those
on
words
me.
from your abuser,
Yeah, let's
and then
go,
from the
let's go.
people who are supposed to help
You're on
you,
me, get off me.
it breaks you.
You're
it
on me.
reaffirms what should
Can I
never
get
be
off me,
said.
bro?
I was
Oh,
afraid to
you're
go
on
back to
me,
the
get off
station
me.
after what that cop told me, but I also knew I deserved
You're on
and
me, get
needed
off.
help. And thankfully, a really nice
What?
officer who I would love to name, but I respect his
No, bro.
privacy, helped me out. We couldn't get a strong case. There was no way to
No.
press charges against him because we can't
You just
prove he
spammed
sent those
Falcon
messages.
Punch.
He
If
could
you didn't
easily
have Falcon
say,
Punch, you would have
yeah,
lost.
that's my
And
computer
yet I
and my
still
account,
won with
but
Falcon
my
Punch
sister wrote that.
spams.
You can't prove
And
I
if you
typed
did
that
not
out
have
and hit
Falcon
send,
Punch, you would have
he'd be right.
lost.
The only way to fight
Oh,
this
dude, I don't
is
wanna
through
hear your
getting his
excuses.
confession, which we tried, but of
Okay,
course
fine.
he refused and blocked my number. That's why charges were never filed. That's why I didn't get
I'm
justice,
playing
and that's
as
why
he is still out there. That's why I avoid going certain places where I know he might be. That's why I keep tabs on his social media.
Dude, press the
because
ready
he
button.
started
You're so
going places
slow.
near my school
Okay,
and
dude.
apartment. That's why it's hard for
Nah,
me to fall
B,
in love
you're
with
so
him. It's
slow.
hard for me to
I don't
trust
press
him.
the
It's
ready
hard
button
for me
for
to
like
understand
5
what
seconds, and then you
relationships
stay here
even
and yell
are
at me.
or what their purpose is.
Cause you're doo-doo.
But
Like,
thankfully,
honestly, chill.
I'm with much better people now.
Oh, Ness
A
versus
month after
Florida.
leaving Harris, I dated a guy named Calvin. He was super sweet. He never treated me anything like Harris did. He respected my boundaries, and he liked me just for me, baggage and all. We later broke up because we were better off as friends, and we still are. Hi, Calvin. A few months later, I caught up with a
SD
friend
on
you guys
purpose,
might
dude?
know,
Like,
Chris
honestly.
Tannemato. At the time, he had just
Yeah, I
started working
did.
for It's Alex
Why would
Clark.
you-
Because I
After
know I'm
some
gonna
awkward
win.
nights, Chris
What?
and I ended
How'd that
up dating,
damage me?
and that's a really good story.
It's something
I can't
called a
wait to
cape,
tell.
dude.
I interned for a little bit for It's Alex Clark, and I learned how to do storytime animation on YouTube. I
Caping.
started posting videos in
Can
you-
January
no.
2018 and gained
What
a
is this?
traction. And from there, I made a bunch of really good
You
online
caved.
friends, and I met them
I'm
at my
honestly
first
gonna-
VidCon in
I'm gonna kill you
2018.
with a
Someone also stole my phone at VidCon, which had a really pathetic voicemail that Harris left me when I broke up with him. But since I can't retrieve it, here is a dramatic reenactment.
Honestly,
Lisa, why won't you pick up? You need to call me back. Call me back. And here is his final Facebook message.
But
to
dude,
me.
I just won that game.
Memories. After that, I landed a summer job working for Tim Tom. I kept posting videos, and I posted part 1 of this video, and it blew up. And I know a lot of people would say to that, well, I guess things
No.
happen for a reason, but I don't think so. I don't want to thank Harris for putting me through this awful
Okay,
thing
Sean,
just because it led
let's
me
do
to where
this.
I am now. He doesn't deserve credit for that. In fact, he doesn't deserve anything short of being dipped into a volcano limb by limb and dying a slow and horrible death. But that's just my opinion. What matters here is I finally chose my own path. But after staying in California all these years, knowing Harris is just
I
up the
swear,
road from me,
like-
he's watching
Are you
everything I
Naruto
do,
or
he's
Mr.
going to
Game &
places
Watch?
he knows I'll
I'm
be,
Naruto, obviously, yeah.
I better give him something to look at.
How you Naruto?
I know.
Aren't
There's
you
something
Mr.
here that
Game
he's
&
not
Watch? I
telling
could have
me.
sworn you
I
were.
was worried because I was like, what if he does something
Nah,
to my
B,
family?
I'm
Age
Isaac.
13 to 18.
Yeah.
Like, that was my
You're
everyday.
totally Isaac, dude.
You don't know the depths of it.
I'm actually a starving African child.
I can tell because you're black. That's kind of...
Yeah. You can call me Tyrone.
Oh, I'd love to call you Tyrone. Boom. Get hit.
Oh.
Get beasted. Get beasted.
Oh. Dude, why are you speaking Omar?
Ringo.
Oh, stop speaking Omar.
Get beasted.
There's no way off this roof. We're stuck.
Whoa, they're pals.
Hit me now. Hit me now.
Chill.
There it is.
E.
What about you, Jake?
Can you like not? Can you like not?
I've got other plans.
Naruto is
Oh.
You're doing
What the hell is Peralta doing?
But you don't even know my real name. Where's Inkling?
Time to wrangle me a
Is
job.
Inkling not in the game?
No, I'm pretty sure they probably have a mod for that though. That'd be cool.
Oh,
So far, I've won every single game that we played. Can you honestly like get good?
are you sure about that?
Honestly, dude, just get good and then maybe we can talk.
Get good and maybe we could talk.
Bink.
Can you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was pressing the ready button. Sandbag?
Can like not?
Can you like not, dude? I'm trying to get up from here. You're sitting here. Honestly, I'm getting beat by a sandbag. That's kind of sad if you think about it.
Dang, his moveset clean.
I'm getting beat by a sandbag. Can you believe this? Boom. Bam. Bonk. But Donkey Kong still runs over MVP. I got hit by a sandbag. I can't believe this. What? I swear to God, if I died, I would have been so angry. Boom. Gang. You want a banana? Let me actually get some hits on you before you start killing me.
No.
So don't be that guy.
Fine, you get to have a couple hits, but that's it. You're done.
Yee.
You're just spamming.
Just gotta spam up B. Boom. Gang. What? Is that your only taunt?
Wait, let me check my other taunts.
Wow. Wow, your taunts are
Can I? What's your taunts? Huh.
That's about it. I only have banana and
You want a banana? And a banana.
chill, dude. I'm trying to taunt on you.
So you want a banana?
Can you like chill for once, dude? Can I actually get up for once? Special is Dookie. Actually, I'm never picking Donkey Kong again because this special, his up is like so Dookie. Like it doesn't compare to the rest of the characters in this game.
When are they gonna add Ridley to Smash Bros 2?
I don't even think. Are they even trying to do it? Well, time to watch some cringe compilation. I don't know this about it. First Blood Royale, PUBG plus prize.
you ready?
This is Dookie!
Previously on my life.
Oh,
Still
you want me
just
to press that ready button, dude?
Sitting on this couch.
And that's
Yeah,
what you
press
missed
the ready
on
button.
me!
Oh,
Comfort him.
Okay. I'm here for you.
Sympathy.
All right, pop quiz. Hey, it's only
Sandbag has actually the best.
So instead of a quiz,
Wow,
Has the best.
I love how it's command.
Sandbag has the best recovery because it's infinite. Dude, you're losing. You have more than me.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure about that. Can like stop?
Great.
Wow,
You're
I
still watching
love
this?
this
It's been
game.
13 episodes. It's
Nice.
a beautiful day. Go outside.
me. The ocean's so large and mysterious. Can you not? Oh, I don't need to be thinking about
Nah,
that.
B.
Space is bigger.
I was under
Man,
the
that was a
stage.
wild
Let's.
night, right? Wait,
You have
what
more
was
than
that
me.
about? Something about a
That's
dog.
because
Or-
die.
You don't know. I'm gonna go. No, wait, stay. Stay.
Any proof?
Technically, you have 106.
Hey. Want to see my Pokemon cards?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I'm getting so many text messages.
What was that?
Live to the
You just yeeted me.
That was
You
my.
just yeeted me to the ground.
Yes.
Wait, does Sandbag have a spike? Does Sandbag have a spike?
Wow, sunsets are just.
What is this noise coming from?
Also.
Shoot, I'm the Fluffy!
No, that doesn't apply to this. Okay.
Story time. Little did this gum
Man, I
know
can't.
they would
I
soon
can't. No,
grow
I'm
to
not
be a
replaying this
mighty
movie.
prince.
Sorry, I can't do this. Luke,
All set for today. Do you have your project? In my bag, I checked. But what if you didn't? See? There it is. I got it. Did you really see it?
Dude, we gotta run!
Oh, that was a good run. I love that run.
But seriously, run! I'm gonna roll this window down. Is that...
Dang, it's got punished.
You say something? End the suffering! Nothing? Okay.
Why'd you disconnect?
no, I refuse. I refuse to let you get that win.
It is 5 a.m. I am
Why'd
trying
you
to
leave
sleep.
though? We could have run it back. Could have run it back.
Shirt and jeans. In the summer, I wear the same thing because I look good in black and I'm
I
willing to suffer.
refuse to run that game back.
What about you?
Me?
I refusal your winnings.
Porygon, go!
Breaking, yo, check this out. Look.
Why are you watching
Look
the
at this.
Vine compilation?
I honestly don't even know at this point.
24.
Try not to laugh. Funniest Thomas Sanders Vine compilation. Best Thomas Sanders Vines.
Leave a like on the video, just
How about 50 more standardized tests?
Look at all these Vines from 2015 when Vine.
Monet painting, because you are a work of art. Glitter. Story time.
Did you know that one jewel
And of
pod
course it's
contains
bubbles.
20 cigarettes of nicotine? That is completely absurd.
Okay, Sean, you want to make it again?
I'm gonna see if working.
Your name is Ultimate Gamer and.
Oh, this is my old account. You can tell.
Oh my God, you're just Dakota Blue.
No, like literally, this is my old account. You can tell from my inventory. Actually, you can tell from my badges. If you look at inventory, I think it is. I think badges in inventory. Yeah.
Oh, well, anyway, I want to run back a Sean because Sandbag kind of clean.
Sandbag ain't clean. Yeah, this is definitely an old account. I remember in 5th grade I used to play
Why is like a fat shy guy?
In 5th grade I used to play with my other friend named Sean.
He was
Grant.
very handsome.
And
all
there's
the
this
ladies
like
that looked at him fell in
role-playing
love.
The guy that was walking him was okay.
Yeah, Red Plumber and Petrov.
And I like girls, and we're
And
just
it was
friends.
just- yes.
date each other?
No, always
Every
happens.
time.
I've gotten everything done. I can actually relax. What? Everything? What did I not do? No idea. But whatever it is, you're not
Okay,
doing
I
it right
see
now.
how
You're
many
wasting time.
views
Hey,
my
buddy.
YouTube
How's
videos
everything
have
going?
gotten so far.
Good.
Oh, I didn't even get to watch your
You have 12 updates.
video.
No, late
I've
for
been
4
watching
years.
Ash.
Is your laptop. It is little.
I honestly don't know.
But still good.
No.
Yeah, still good.
No, it's broken. Please fix it.
Here we see three friends coming upon a narrowing.
Help. Wow, I love how people are just like writing these big comments to me when I was literally joking. You need to seek help from a psychiatrist. Take some Sedaline. Hey, it's not a form. And it can be treated. A lot of people understand the depression system. Not working properly and that.
Alright, who's back for the chaos? I said, who's
Look,
back
depression
for
is.
the
They sound like
chaos?
Alexis. They sound like Alexis, dude.
In case you missed the first part of this 3-part video series about my abusive ex-boyfriend, here's what you need to know. When I was 13, I was coerced into an abusive relationship by a grown man threatened to harm himself or me if I didn't send him at least 30 snapshots of my underage body every day, no matter what. Whew. That was a mouthful. Anyway, I left off in the last video explaining that this was only the beginning, because Harris pressured, manipulated, and threatened me into leaving all of my family in North Carolina and going to a college that he chose for me 30 minutes from his house in California. Hashtag relationship goals, am I right? Nope. Nope, I'm not. Now, before we get into the thick of it, I really want to stress this. Don't blame my parents for what happened to me. Stranger danger? Got it. No squares? Don't touch them. They taught me to stand up to people like Harris. They even tried breaking us up at one point because they were suspicious that this very thing was
looks like
happening.
I'm
and that's a
argument
whole
with
nother
people
story I'll
that I
have to
don't
get into
even know.
later. Just please understand, they did everything they could
Can
to
you
protect
believe
me.
this?
But mom and dad can't always stop bad